Hello, hello. Welcome to the Sunken Mire. I have a match from yesterday's tournament from myself on Slaanesh and a Beastman player. Really happy how the pick and ban system worked out, giving some weird or giving opening for some counterplay picks and weird factions coming out. Beastmen are obviously quite meta, Slaanesh not so. I wouldn't really call Beastmen meta, since the meta is mostly defined through currently a lot of bullshit units, with Fury, Soul Grinders and such. But their Centigors are also in a super good space right now, and carrying the Beastman quite a bit. But here we have a Jabberslything with a rather interesting weakish Mortis engine, or two actually. Yeah, it's some infantry damage. I don't want to really understand how it works, since in the end it's still some infantry damage. And here's some more infantry damage and poison and magic attacks. A Beastcaster with Death Pants Pelt, which is interesting. Physical resistance is something I wouldn't bring against demon factions, but Slaanesh relies a lot on mortal units, so yeah, maybe. Flock of Doom, yeah, very standard pick. 1, 2, 3, 4 raiders, one on this point. A lot of normal gore herds, which is rather interesting, especially against the demon faction. I would have gone for the Tzeentch gore herds instead to get the magic damage. Some spearmen and Khazrak the One Eye on foot, which which is absolutely off meta, but we will see. On my side, I capture this point quickly with some Marauder Horsemen and a Chaos Lord of Slaanesh with a Rampage contact effect to bind some stuff and lure it into positions where they are bad, because one Rampage is not enough, 2 Rampage actually due to the army abilities, but why stay with 2 if you can with 3. A Soul Grinder of Slaanesh, this is against Minotaurs, which you otherwise really have problems with, because nothing you really have is super good against them. They can evade the spears.
We have a victory point.
Marauder
Keep it
Horsemen
from the foe.
easily get zoned in some situations, and also big beasts, which you can really expect to come out. The Soul Grinders are at least good against, if not great. And then that's running 3 Whip Warriors, so good old super tanky anchor units, 2 spears. I get shot by the younger raiders, but I got the point for now, so I can retreat them and first deal with the stuff and then come back in a minute later. Charging the Soul Grinder to shut down the raiders and waiting for my infantry to arrive. Taking this point, and yeah, I see this Jabberslything coming at me, so I first thought, maybe he's not gonna completely push it, but by the way, I don't see those raiders, and I'm not completely sure what they are, though, yeah, I can suspect that they are. There's some missiles somewhere. Yeah, now I see some. I run my Murder Horseman, which are of course good at countering Jabberslything straight into melee, which is a stupid lapse on micro from my side, but I think I was just doing over here. Yep, they summoned the Regiment of Renown of the Extras to take down my Soul Grinder, and yeah, I said Rampage and no. Chaos Knights to seal the deal over here and clear the points. I retreated from here for now because I don't have the resources to keep this fight going and also fight this horde right now, all while awaiting the Jabberslything. So just take this point first. Another X-Row, which is a pain, but right now I thought I don't have any Rampage spells to immediately deal with it or contact effects anymore. I used this, I think, before, so let's just walk spears at them and focus on something else for now. I made a mistake here. This was a dump summon. I've seen the Jabberslything somewhere around here, and I thought, nice, now I can kill the Lord and those units here. I didn't know there were 3 archers, which already, even if the Jabberslything hadn't returned, would have made this a dumb situation. But the Jabbers just coming, and they need to move. They all need to move. I think I was coordinating something over here right now. And yeah, what the hell? Okay. I didn't see that when we're playing the game, but what the hell? That is Half-Life, so some 600 value in one attack. Some of it might be from the missiles, so maybe some 4-ish 500 value in one attack, but what the hell? Okay, this was way worse than I expected it to be. Or didn't expect it to be. No, they are doing great work now in Khazrak, but they're also dying in quick. Let's call it quick. They're dying quickly. No need to specify. The weird animations from the Jabberslything actually I see now make him quite hard to target with the missiles. You see all those things go into whatever here and actually doing a lot of friendly fire. If I had the extended UI mod, I could see the friendly fire on them. I bet it's substantial. And they actually, yeah, their values are just bad due to this. They just don't really hit the big beast, which is frustrating though. Now with the infantry a bit down, it's a bit calmer and not bouncing around so much. But yeah, here Unlucky Hound ran into my Chaos Knights at crossover, and now 44 charge bonus, devastating flanker, and well, this was limp. Like really. Okay, route them. I push them into the next, and they do fuck nothing. They have good value since I infused them with a lot of targets, giving out with Rampage. But right now the standing fight against the Unger Raiders is surprisingly whack. I've taken down the Jabberslything here. Took me long enough. Yeah, the values from the horsemen are really bad against it, which is surprising. Usually such beasts, unarmored beasts, really get taken down by missile cav, but moving so much around, yeah, I noticed that I shouldn't leave them in melee there. Chaos Warriors didn't do great here. I don't understand how they not managed to kill this Unger Raider in a quickly fashion. I maybe should have charged also into the front. They're even shooting. Like there isn't a Chaos Knight at all in their backs. Yeah, at this point whole thing is looking rather grim. I am down on points, I am threatened on this side, and I'm not really close to taking this point by now. My Soul Grinder gets shot down since I can just ignore the Chaos Knights. This is hilarious. This is a mistake, by the way, I do here. This one I realized later. I let the Soul Grinder, which is an anti-large specialist and not that great a duelist, fight against Khazrak, who is a good duelist. Surprisingly. I didn't know this before, but 130 armor, damage resistance, and yeah, good melee stats. Yeah. I should not have done this and instead use the Terror to bounce around the other sides here while it's still alive. I take this point, which I might not have if the Spearman had come over. And here my lord is fighting against two Centigors, which are non-armor piercing shock-based cavalry. So I'm a bit surprised how quickly he goes down here. Cleaning my backfield a bit, finally managing to do so. Lost some more horsemen over here. Some of them might have been on the second life, but yeah, no, I think it's still first for all. In the end, they kind of redeemed their value mostly. Though, even if it wasn't good against, what's it called, Jabberslything. So here it's just currently swarms of mobility, which as a player you don't necessarily see because so many of the Beastman units can stalk, so it's hard to keep track about what it's going on there. And here getting shot by the Furies was getting the Furies shot was preventable. Throwing them in here was also not a good thing, but I noticed that those hounds kinda tear apart my lord, and I can't afford to lose my lord, like really not. So I threw them in the hopes of getting him out with this, but yeah, it still stuck. Also trying to kill Khazrak now with the cast alert. I charged him in and yeah, was hoping to see some damage with the charge bonus, but
One of your
no.
units has been destroyed.
He's not dying. I always hear people completely shit on Khazrak, but this performance here also really is impressive. He tries to snipe my lord, and this unholy blob of clubbed together things happens. I root him so that he doesn't get hits in, and manage to extract my lord, which was a bit unnecessary. I needed to get out of there. Yeah, losing this point pretty decisively. The Chaos Warriors did good here. You can't say so. They held it for a long time, or were at least a good deterrent. Yeah, he tries to get him, but I have some Seekers on their heels and they are faster, they have poison, so no way they get him in this situation. And as soon as he rallies, I could unsummon him. And there's some bit of a mass right here. He tried so hard to snipe my lord out that he yeeted a lot of flimsy mobility units into a grind fight with my Chaos Warriors, for example, and spears, and if that had worked out, it would have been devastating for me. But like this, it gives me a bit of an opportunity to come back. Because now I can push for this point, even though I have lost the side. Chaos Warriors, you did good. The Centigors, I don't know if they voluntarily charged into the spears, but they shouldn't have. No, I think they actually did that here because I have my caster over here and those don't have a choice. I rampage them into the spears. Which is how I did with a lot of the Centicores throughout the game, if you noticed. The Seekers here also good. I haven't thrown them into any pitched battles now. They could have purely opportunistic cleaned some things in my backfield, peel for my lord, and then bounce around half-health crappy units. And still, they are amazing in how quickly it did and opened the way. And yeah, I do it again. I thought I saw him wavering for a moment, so charging in the Lord. Maybe he routes and then kind of scored him off, and no. Here's the army ability, and after one Centaur got killed, the next straight follows. I tried to shoot Khazrak, um, bouncing a bit around here to refresh charge bonus. You can see on this map here's a really fat downward slope, so if you charge it down you can really infuse your punch by quite a lot, which makes this map so suited for aggressive play, because if you then go forward and hold this line, you get this good downward fighting, which I have now established here after he held me quite a long time on this side. Khazrak managed to kill the Sorcerer Lord, or rout him, without breaking. It's just 75 leaderships. It's not that much. It's so surprising to me. And the Beastmen apparently don't have any useful infantry, but what they're currently doing here is also not good. They trickle down units slowly one after the other into this fight here, and they all are outnumbered, and Slaanesh super likes to surround units and takes them down one by one. They also get the rampages then, and if there's nothing to help them with it, they just get taken down one by one. So all those single lonesome assaults over here should have gone for this side first, and then maybe from here out decide to where to go first, or completely surround it. And yeah, or just sit in the forest first and mass up to then get a bigger assault, while I have problems reinforcing all the way over here from the other side of the map. So this single trickle-ins aren't good, and due to all the forces going over here and dying over there needlessly, I also had the resources open to take this point back by resummoning the whole Marauder Calf Swarm. They aren't a super good choice for this stage of the game, you have to say, but I didn't really have other options of fast things. And you see the points are rather close to each other. I wanted to seal the deal quickly. Also, I still had some useful infantry over here. So I didn't need so much more infantry, as I still had an anvil for my heavy hitters. This Centaur got quite obliterated by the Chaos Knights here. It's a second life, so this value is only paying for themselves, though they still had a lot of health, and I created a lot of setups for them. I think they had some 1700 in their first life, and I don't know what happened against this single Ungar Raider there, which I commented a lot on. In the end, the Jabberslything still didn't pay for itself, which I find weird. Like, I think it was mostly him killing the Exalt the Demonettes, and he did good damage into Chaos Warriors before. But yeah, though I think if you had bought a Gorgon, my Marula Calf would have taken them down way quicker because they don't bounce around so much. Exalted Demonettes were dumb. Yes, I should have brought something sturdy out there. Furies did good for how abusive I used them. The Soulgrinder also, you can't complain about this value. The Chaos Lord, I don't know. I think it was a mistake to bring him. He got stuck so hard and I had to invest resources to get him out. The Rampage actually was kinda nice, but I probably would have run into a big problem if the other side had come with a Traitor Kincaster and just straight up deleted the guy. So, yeah. It was lucky that how it worked out, and it wasn't bad at all in the sense, but yeah, you don't have to provoke your luck, I think. Yeah, this infantry is hard to comment on. A lot of the raiders I quickly cut down was my mobility, but this one was probably the one able to free fire where the Chaos Knights were nibbling at their hooves. Centigores, yeah, I wonder, you don't see any marked units in here. I don't know if the player doesn't have the DLC, that could be it. Or the DLCs. I think you need several runs for Pestigore, Zengor, the Antigores of Zinj and such. I think the Zinj Antigores would have been really good here to crack my armored lines, and the barrier easing the impact of the first moments when I force them in Rampage into bad engagements. Or just Pastigores, also good for cracking armor, and the slows that they can inflict are also cool against an faction that likes to have their speed. Yeah, not bringing any marked units, I think you always want to go with 4 in any circumstances. Also, the Zangors with silver shields and magic attacks. Yeah, the marked units are straight better than the unmarked Beastman ones, so not bringing them is just a mistake. Something else I need to comment on. Khazrak final value. I did mistakes fighting him with stupid things, so this value was quite pushed up by my own design. But I don't know his price. I think he paid for himself, so, and you can't complain about that. He lived and he paid for himself. Yeah, I've learned. The caster I took out quite early, which is lucky.